Hello, welcome to another weekly waffle. This is about the fifth time I've tried to film this now. Hopefully as we get into this a little bit more, you'll understand why this is such a difficult thing to talk about. And it's trying to talk about it and do it as much justice as possible without making it sound trite or obnoxious or flaky, and generally not doing it as much justice as it deserves. So I want to talk about stress, first of all, because it is International Stress Awareness Week. I want to talk about how that stress manifests itself. I want to talk about worst case scenarios. And I want to talk about supporting people. So first of all, in our community, we sadly had a young man who took his own life at the weekend. This is not someone that I know or knew personally, but it is a family that I know of in my community. And sadly, in the past 3 years, I have known 4 people who have taken their own lives. You don't know what someone else is going through. And it's fine to sit there and say, in a world where you can be anything, be kind. And it's fine to sit there and say, oh, they must have been in a terrible place. And it's fine to say, why didn't they say something? Why didn't they ask for help? And that's great, because remorse and empathy are, part and parcel of being human. But sometimes the brightest faces are the masks that are used by people who genuinely are trying to hide how they are feeling. And they're hiding it for the benefit of those around them. It's certainly not for their own benefit. Now, as I said, this is a difficult one to talk about. And I certainly don't want this to come across as capitalizing on the loss of a life to suicide, because that is not what this is about at all. This is about trying to help at least one person who may be feeling that they have no place to turn, and to maybe help educate some people in supporting others and to being there. So, with it being International Stress Awareness, stress is often a jumping point for a lot of things, and this is what I mean. It's, you don't get to the point of not wanting to be here anymore by just feeling a little bit stressed. There is an awful lot more to it than that. And stress is a natural reaction that we go through to protect ourselves. It helps. It's kind of an inner warning system that something's not right, you've got to do something about it. If somebody chooses to end their own life, they are in a state of severe depression, and they feel they have no place left to go. What I am saying is, when someone says to you they are feeling stressed, they are feeling upset, take them seriously and listen to what they are saying to you. Similarly, when you can see that a situation someone is in is incredibly stressful and would affect you if you had been in that same situation, ask them how they are doing, and ask them twice. Why do I say that? You ask someone, how you doing? What reaction would you give? Because I bet you 9 times out of 10 the reaction you give is, yeah, I'm fine, all good, yeah, I'm okay. You really? Seriously? Because if someone then says, you really okay? Or, are you sure? You'll then start thinking, I'm not that good at telling porcupines. And it gives the person you are speaking to the opportunity to talk if they feel inclined to do so. But you are providing an open door. It's just something to think about. Another thing, as I mentioned at the beginning, is masks. And I've done a lot about this subject before. I ran a campaign back in 2018, which was called Behind Every Mask is a Story. And everybody wears a mask to a certain extent to be who they want to be, or they wear a mask with some people that they're with, so they have a professional mask and an at-home mask, and different people bring out different effects on people. But some people put on a mask so, not so they can hide, but so that they can appear that everything is okay. And it goes back, I think, to this cultural idea that you can fake it till you make it. If you say it enough times, then yeah, you'll be fine. Sometimes that's true. Sometimes you can put your face on, go out and face the world. And yeah, that's okay. And sometimes you can put that mask on and you can feel as hollow as hell inside. So just think on when you're talking to somebody and you're not entirely sure that they're okay. Always ask twice. Just check in on people. You never know if it's going to help. And certainly asking after someone's welfare is never ever a bad thing. Ever. So I told you, this is a difficult one to talk about. I don't know of many people who haven't been touched by suicide in some respect. I don't know of many people who haven't been affected by depression and severe mental health instances. But there is still that stigma around feeling that low, opening up and talking to people, admitting that you need help. Those are still things that people find hard to do. They find it hard to admit that there might be something that they need to address. They find it hard to ask for help. They don't know where to go to ask for help. And I think the more we can do to encourage openness and communication and acceptance of mental health, both in women and in men. It's Men's Mental Health Awareness Month as well. And saying, yeah, it's okay to need help. It's okay to reach out. Doesn't matter what you're going through. But don't feel that you have nowhere to turn. There is always somebody that will be able to listen to you and to help. Now, I have people that watch my videos all over the world. Not entirely sure why, but apparently what I say does help a number of people. If you happen to be in my local area in Gloucestershire, there is now a service which is part of the 111 service for the NHS, and you can call it and you will get instant access to mental health first aid. So check out local resources if you're in a different area to Gloucestershire. As part of this video link, I'm also going to put in the comments the Gloucestershire link, and also the major links for support networks. So the Samaritans is the biggest, obviously, and Mind also operate a care line too. So if you feel you have no place to go, please do reach out and ask for help from one of those services. I would hope for everybody that they have a friend or a family member that they can reach out to and speak to. But I know some people feel that there is nobody there. Trust me, there is always somebody there that can help you. Just make sure that you reach out, and please don't ever feel ashamed to have to ask for help. It's been quite a long waffle, so I would like to apologise for that, but I won't apologise for raising the content and hopefully raising awareness with some people, and maybe helping a little bit along the line. I hope the rest of your week treats you well, and I will be back again with you next week.